What's good? What's good? What's good? What's happening, everybody? How you guys doing? Mega people. I found a name for you guys. Since yesterday, it's been ringing in my brain to call you guys mega people. People, not people, but people. How you guys doing? How's your day going? I hope you're having a great day. Mine is normal. Just here, up and about. What are you guys up to? How's your day been? How's the weather in your area? In my area, the weather is windy in Moscow. If you didn't already know, I am in Moscow, Russia. So the weather today has been crazily windy, uh, but it's fine. At least it's not very, very cold yet if you dress warm. But if you don't dress warm, on your own, no. You are on your own, ladies and gentlemen. Back to stream today. We're going to be reacting to some videos. Let me quickly do a cross check to ensure that all the streaming platforms that I'm using to stream is functioning perfectly well. First of all, I'm going to check my Twitch. I'm going to say hello. Okay, I'm going to say hi. If you guys see it on stream, please let me know. I doubt that you guys will see it because it's not showing, which is the stupid thing I've been trying to fix for a couple of days now. But it's okay. All good. I mean, we're going to go ahead and continue to solve the problem because I've tried a few times to, how do I say? I've tried a few times to fix this problem, but it doesn't seem to be fixing itself. I just tried to write something else now and it's still not showing on my stream. I can only see it. Let me show it to you guys. I can see it, but you guys can't. And that's where the problem is. It's right there. What's up? Boy. Yeah. So it's right here, somewhere here. If I say something else now, like, how's your day going? It appears here. Look, right here, but it doesn't appear on stream, which is strange, not to think of it. But what can we do? Moving on. Let's go check out some videos on YouTube. I have an interesting video I want to watch because since the last video of Mr. Beast that I watched on stream or we reacted to, it kind of got, more views than the average videos that I've been getting, average views I've been getting lately. So let's go. Mr. Beast won't stop scamming his fans. What has Mr. Beast done again? I hope my VPN doesn't mess up. Give me a second. Don't hurry, CoffeeZilla. Don't hurry. I'm the one in Russia. I'm not from Russia. Why are you rushing? Okay. Mr. Beast won't stop scamming his fans.
Because regardless of your intentions, selling tokens within a month of your 2-month charity auction is wrong, stupid, and unethical? Yes, I think that as well.
As reports show, if ingested, children could experience vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, trouble breathing, skin breaking out, and if young enough, death.
And if there's videos and pictures of the wells being built, and that's different. So where are they?
Mr. Beast keeps scamming the fans who trust him the most, and according to CoffeeZilla, actual crypto money is part of that pattern now.
First of all, before we even listen to what they're about to talk about, when you're at the top, you're going to have a lot of people trying to bring you down or antagonize you. I am not saying Mr. Beast didn't scam anybody. You don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying he did or he didn't, okay? I'm just trying to let you guys know that as we're going to listen to these opinions of people, we should also understand that once you're number one at what you're doing, it's like Cristiano Ronaldo. You're always going to have people coming back at you to bring you down, to pull you down. For some reason, they will always find a reason, even if you don't know.
Now too. Between a restaurant chain that served raw meat, a kid's snack that grew mold before its own expiration date, and 3 separate crypto deals that all somehow ended with him cashing out right before the value crashed. This isn't bad luck. And somehow none of that even touches his charity work, which has its own growing list of unanswered questions. So let's start with the crypto side of it, because that's where the pattern is clearest. Back in 2021, at the peak of the NFT boom, Mr. Beast was publicly hyping CryptoPunks while also quietly buying into the pre-sale of a separate project called Super, $100,000 in early before almost anyone else knew it existed.
Mr. Beast sold about $200,000 worth of these tokens.
$200,000 worth of tokens sold off, and the timing is the actual damning part. He tweeted a single word, super, and within 72 hours of that tweet reaching millions of followers, that exact chunk of
I need to
tokens was
check
already
something.
gone. That's
Feels
what a
like.
pump and dump looks like from the outside, whichever way you want
Wait,
to
wait,
spin
wait,
it.
wait, wait. No, we have to
When
start this
people
video
started
afresh
asking
because I
questions,
feel like.
his team's answer was always the same one.
Quote,
Don't get me wrong. I need to go back because I feel like we didn't start this video properly. Because I'm gonna post this on YouTube later, so I have to make it only. I have to. If I'm gonna react to this video, I have to make it come out very well. So let's start afresh again. Forgive me for that, but because I was still cross-checking, I forgot that my camera was on full screen. So Mr. Beast won't stop scamming his fans.
yes, I think that as well.
As reports show, if ingested, children could experience vomiting, nausea, diarrhea.
First of all, if you have a problem in this world and it gets to CoffeeZilla's table, you're done.
Trouble breathing, skin breaking out, and if young enough, death.
And if there's videos and pictures of the wells being built and that's different. So where are they?
Mr. Beast keeps scamming the fans who trust him the most, and according to CoffeeZilla, actual crypto money is part of that pattern now too. Between a restaurant chain that served raw meat, a kid's snack that grew mold before its own expiration date, and 3 separate crypto deals that all somehow ended with him cashing out right before the value crashed. This isn't bad luck. And somehow none of that even touches his...
Why are they saying it like he directly is behind most of these things? He had partners in most of all the things that you guys just mentioned. Like, be very thorough with your investigations.
charity work, which has its own growing list of unanswered questions. So let's start with the crypto side of it, because that's where the pattern is clearest. Back in 2021, at the peak of the NFT boom, Mr. Beast was publicly hyping CryptoPunks while also quietly buying into the pre-sale of a separate project called Super, $100,000 in early before almost anyone else knew it existed.
Mr. Beast sold about $200,000 worth of these tokens.
$200,000 worth of tokens sold off, and the timing is the actual damning part. He tweeted a single word, super, and within 72 hours of that tweet reaching millions of followers, that exact chunk of tokens was already gone. That's what a pump and dump looks like from the outside, whichever way you want to spin it. When people started asking...
Is it just me, or this has been one of the most popular lucrative means that most creators in the States make money in recent times? When they become popular and they have a very huge attention on them, crypto scam is the easiest. It's like betting company offering you a brand deal. They create a token, they create a coin, they push it, they hype it up with their platforms and with their popularity. They make people buy it at a very low price, it's like a stock. They buy it, and then with the popularity and all of that, they pump it, the prices go up. They withdraw a very huge amount of money from it, and then they crash it. Why? Why is that the only way you guys are choosing to scam your fans these days? And you crash it, and then you lose your community. Like, why?
questions, his team's answer was always the same one.
Quote, these investments were made and managed in consultation with industry experts to ensure full compliance with all appropriate rules and regulations. The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy, but rather a fund led by respected and sophisticated managers. The fund closely evaluated and scrutinized hundreds and hundreds of opportunities, which resulted in several investments. Some have been more successful, others less, and others still works in progress. The fund's investment strategies apply the same rigorous standards as many other experienced investors in the field.
Translated out of the PR language, that statement boils down to, it wasn't Jimmy, it was a fund, run by unnamed managers who apparently just happened to make the exact same calls Jimmy would have made anyway. And when CoffeeZilla actually tried asking his team direct questions about it, he got nothing back. Total silence for months. But the most damning version of this pattern was...
There's also a very big chance that he got no answer back because Jimmy doesn't really know much about it. Because a popular public figure like Jimmy will have people taking advantage of him because of associations with him. They may not really know him or have a relationship with him, or may not even be acquaintances, but just because they've met before or even have a picture together, they can take advantage of that with all that AI is doing in recent times. It's not impossible.
wasn't super. It was earn. A token tied directly to a
Yo,
charity auction for his own ocean cleanup initiative.
Yusuf,
Regardless
Yusuf.
of your intentions,
What's your
selling
name?
tokens within a month of your 2-month charity auction is wrong, stupid, and unethical? Yes, I think that as well.
Halfway through a 2-month charity auction, his fund allegedly dumped $2 million worth of the token, tanking its value and leaving the people who'd bought in with basically nothing. In the middle of a fundraiser he set up himself. Same exact shape happened a third time with a project called XCAD.
Yeah, but you guys at the same time are quick to point fingers, but not quick to do, okay? If you want to be pointing fingers at this guy, at least he's doing what most politicians are not doing, most quote and unquote famous people are not doing. So while we are also trying to antagonize him as the protagonist, we should also understand that he's doing what most people that we call role models are not able to do. Not because they don't have the capabilities and capacity to do so, because they choose not to do so and keep their wealth and their privileges to themselves.
3 separate deals, 3 separate timelines, but the exact same pattern every time. Hype it with his name, let the value climb, quietly sell before it fades, and leave everyone else holding what's left. And then there was Beast Burger. Launched in December 2020, it looked like the smartest move any creator had ever pulled off. A nationwide restaurant chain without ever touching.
Not gonna lie, as at that time, it was the smartest move any creator has ever pulled. What do you mean it looks like? It was. And it was later that I found out that he doesn't actually own the Beast Burger alone. It was later I found out that he had partners. But trust me, it was the craziest pop-up restaurant or pop-up cafe or fast food restaurant that any creator has ever done. I literally saw people going crazy to get burger, sleeping there for days to get burger. What are you trying to say? It doesn't look like it was the greatest product that any creator has ever created in their lifetime.
Touching a kitchen himself.
I opened up the world's first free restaurant. And if that wasn't enough, I also paid people to eat at my restaurant. Money for you, money for you, money for you. You better come get a Beast Burger.
The pitch alone got people through the door. He partnered with hundreds of ghost kitchens and let his name do all the actual selling.
It was everywhere.
That's good. That's fine.
It's not bad at all. He even opened a physical location which over 10.
I don't think so many celebrities would lie that it's that good if it wasn't good. All right. I've never tried the Beast Burger. I've tried vegetables, okay, but I've never tried Beast Burger. But I at the same time, I believe not all the things on the menu may be very, very good, but I don't think most of these celebrities will put their credibilities at risk just to please Mr. Beast. So I don't think they are wrong. If 10 to 20 creators said the burger was good, then it means it was really good.
1,000 people came to.
For a few months, that actually worked, because people trusted
Sam
him enough
Butcher.
to order food from kitchens they'd never seen. But you genuinely can't scale that kind of trust faster than you can inspect the kitchens actually cooking the food, and reality caught up fast.
YouTube personality Mr. Beast is taking his show to the courtroom as he sues the company that provides food for the restaurants that bear his name.
Now it makes sense. So if you guys are going to be calling out the Mr. Beast burger, also make it very clear that he had partners. He didn't solely own that Beast Burger company alone. So most of the things, most of the menu, most of the handling of the day-to-day business in that company may not have been his responsibility. So let's be guided when we are calling him out for things he did and things he didn't do.
Beast's real name is James Donaldson. He partnered with Virtual Dining Concepts in 2020 to provide food for his Mr. Beast branded fast food chain.
What do you mean maybe?
Donaldson
Yeah, maybe.
claims
What's your
things went
name?
terribly wrong after Virtual Dining Concepts delivered food that customers labeled inedible. He's filed a lawsuit asking for damages, claiming the poor condition of the food served in his name has damaged his reputation. Photos of Beast burgers that appear to be uncooked have appeared on social media, one calling the burger wasted money.
Mr. Beast ended up suing Virtual Dining Concepts, the company actually cooking the food, claiming they'd wrecked his reputation with food customers called inedible. Photos and videos.
He was right to sue them, so I would definitely sue them if I was in his situation as well.
Of undercooked, raw-looking burgers were already spreading online by that point.
Reviews on YouTube haven't been much better.
I'm gonna take one more bite just to give him another chance. Oh, No, that's just disgusting. The meat has like a weird aftertaste. Like it almost kind of tastes like sausage.
These onions are raw. These are not caramelized onions. I feel deceived and I'm no longer as excited as I was before I opened this, but I'm still gonna eat them and hope that they're delicious.
Handing an entire food operation.
First of all burgers can't be like McDonald's burger or KFC burger. That's one mistake we make as customers and as clients. We think every burger has to be like Subway doesn't have a burger. We think every burger has to be like McDonald's, KFC, Burger King. These are the ones I know. There's Chick-fil-A, there's maybe 7-Eleven or something like that. I'm talking about the ones that I have access to, okay? They have some of the best burgers available. There's Fast, for example, but not only all of them has to be very, very good. So I feel like if people or some people are taking it personal with Mr. Beast because they just want to tarnish his image. And he has made it very clear, he even sued the company, that he is not responsible for this. Can we at least acknowledge the fact that he may not have had his hand in the day-to-day running and delivery of these burgers that we try and say is not good enough?
Over to random kitchens you've never inspected was always going to end somewhere like this, and it didn't take long to get there. By early 2021, there were photos everywhere of undercooked chicken, moldy buns, and burgers that looked like they'd been thrown together in the dark. And because it had his name on it, every single complaint hit 10 times harder. Because people weren't just reviewing a restaurant, they felt like they were exposing someone they had actually trusted. By 2022, it had gone from complaints to a full reputation crisis, and virtual dining concepts countersued him right back for $100 million.
I have a very weird question though. Why are you showing all the good things that he has done, but talking about the bad things that happened because of his name and not because of his decision or his actions?
Claiming he'd abandoned the whole project himself, the entire thing turned into a legal circus that exposed what the brand actually was underneath. A viral idea being run like it was built to last, when it never really was. And instead of slowing down after all that, he expanded faster. And a very similar pattern can be seen with his finger on the app project.
Wait, stop scrolling. I just dropped a brand new app and you can win lots of money. And all you have to do is put your finger on the app like this. And the last person to take their finger off the app wins $25,000. The competition
Really?
starts in 8 days. You can be in practice mode right now and, get some training in. If you're the last to take your finger off this app, you win $25,000. Good luck.
Simple concept. Hold your finger on the screen, last person standing wins the money. But even in that first version, the servers were unstable and people kept getting randomly disconnected, which you can imagine frustrated a lot of participants.
People kept getting randomly disconnected because there's probably 1 million people trying to win 25 grand just by putting their hands on their phones and not remove it. Hello, can we at least be realistic? If you want to call him out, we should also not pretend that we are saints, because most people, if I had that, I was already thinking about it. That is the game still available to put my hands on my phone? I literally spend hours on my phone. Okay, I would have done the same thing. How much more you? Okay, let's be very, let's be very direct, honest, and not sentimental in pointing out the things that is going on, literally.
But the second one was even worse.
Or finger on the app to $100,000 on the line. Good luck.
Bigger prize, bigger audience, and this time bots got in instantly. Jailbroken phones, automated scripts, tools built specifically to cheat.
Bots got in doesn't mean that he was behind it. Hello?
Real people held their thumbs down for hours and lost to machines that never got tired, and the servers couldn't even handle the traffic. It's the exact same story each time. A strong idea, rushed out the door without any real planning or careful consideration behind it. Then there's...
What do you mean rushed out the door without any careful planning or any consideration behind it? How are you sure he knows the number of people expected to partake or perform or participate in this game? There's probably an expectation of 1,000 people and you have 500,000 people participating. Of course it's going to crash. Okay, let's just be very normal and not sentimental. That's all I'm saying. If we are going to call him out because of the things that he really, really did, not for the things that we hope he did or we want him to have done, okay?
Lunchly, which is probably the worst one on this entire list because it wasn't just disappointing, it was genuinely unsafe.
For several reasons. One, I don't have nutrition facts for each part of the kits. For example, how many calories come from Feastables versus the food component. Second, some of the portion sizes aren't the same. The turkey cracker kit from Lunchables is 82 grams, while Lunchleys is 72 grams. 3, there are so many varieties of Lunchables.
It was marketed for months as a healthier alternative parents could actually trust, but once people actually read the nutrition labels in late 2023, that fell apart immediately. The ingredients were packed with the same ultra-processed stuff it claimed to avoid, and independent testing later found trace amounts of lead and other dangerous chemicals in it.
I think I would be the first.
These are molded. Okay, so these ones are supposed to be good.
I feel like this girl has been a hater of Mr. Beast for a long time. I don't even know her personally. I don't watch her videos, but I think she's been a hater.
Until December, and we
And that doesn't mean that she's wrong. Don't get me wrong. She can be a hater and be right.
just got them from the store. It says used by December 8th, 2024. And today's date is October 16th. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe. Especially like kids that are so young, they may not know what mold looks like. So they might just
She's right, especially for kids. They don't pay attention.
eat it.
And there's mold.
Why is there mold in the lunch lady?
Oh my god. It's actually disgusting.
Epic ingredients.
Yeah, it's very clear that it's disgusting. But at the same time, he has people running these companies for him. You guys should understand he's just a creator. He's just a YouTuber that pays more attention in his creative work than in the business part of his brand, okay? If you want to call people out, reach out to them. If you want to be so serious to also make money from talking about him, reach out to them, reach out to his company, let them know what you just found and see their reaction afterwards. If they choose to ignore you, then you can easily calmly call them out. But if they do something to fix the problem, then maybe there's no need. If you continue to just hate, even when they've tried to fix the problem, then you're a complete hater.
This is mold in the cheese, and this is really unhealthy. You should not eat molds. I don't know if this is an issue in their recipe development or packaging. I think it's a packaging issue. The sealant here feels really cheap, like whatever is holding this on the top. It is not vacuum tight. I'm gonna make these pizzas anyways.
These weren't expired packages either. People were finding visible mold inside boxes that were still well within their printed dates, which you can't exactly just chalk down to a slight oversight, because it's a real and dangerous manufacturing oversight in a product made for kids.
Yep, fatal mold is growing in specifically children's foods all
Yeah, it's very disgusting to see mold in any kind of food.
across the US, and the FDA will not stop this. Parents were shocked after viral videos showed Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul's Lunchley being exposed with alleged blue mold spores forming in their cheeses, making not only
The crazy thing is that it may not be their products alone that there's some mold inside, but because it's the one that will bring a lot of attention and a lot of money. That's why they mentioned their name. The KSI, the Logan Paul, and the Mr. Beast. Bro, if you guys have an agenda to cancel somebody, you guys just do everything possible to cancel them. Even if they may not be the only ones that have products filled or expired and had mold inside. But because it's Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul, yeah, it's the easier target.
the cheese allegedly unsafe to eat when you see it, but a lot of mold gets hidden in the middle of the cheese, making it impossible to detect, and it's being consumed and distributed in over 1,000 different retailers across the US to specifically kids. Mass people were dumping out their Lunchley in fear of what fatal diseases this would cause, as reports show if ingested, children could experience vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, trouble breathing, skin breaking out, and if young enough, death. And if you experience any of these symptoms, it might be the start of the end for your child.
Stores quietly started pulling Lunchley by February 2024. Sales dropped more than 80% in under 2 months. And this time, people
Lunchley failed, but Feastables didn't.
weren't just blaming a manufacturing partner. They were blaming him directly because he'd spent months personally promoting it as a genuinely better option for kids without apparently verifying any of it first.
What did you expect? You expected him to promote it as a bad product for kids and not a genuine best product for everybody.
And then came Beastland, which might be the single worst PR call of his entire career.
Massive announcement. I'm opening a theme park in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on November 13th. People ask me all the time, Mr. Beast, I want to compete in one of your videos. Well, now you can. This theme park is filled with some of the craziest challenges and most insane prizes we have ever given away. Like all theme parks, we have roller.
I think he wasn't the one behind the theme park in Saudi Arabia. I think he was just the face. I think he was just the face. I think Saudi government paid him, which is very normal. He has a very nice appeal. He's famous or known all over the world. People would listen and watch his videos. If they saw a Mr. Beast video, they would watch just his face. So it was very clear that he may have been the face, but he was not the one responsible for the financing and whatever may have gone badly in that vicinity.
Coasters, we have drop towers, we have all that usual stuff. But in Beastland, we also have custom-made games that are inspired off our YouTube channel. This theme park is gonna blow your mind, and tickets literally just went live. Beastland opens on November 13th as part of Riyadh season. You can book your tickets through WeBook. Guys, this is gonna be awesome. I'll be there opening day. Make sure you buy your tickets before they sell out.
A theme park partnership with a government carrying a well-documented human rights record, and a country that's historically used exactly these kinds of celebrity partnerships.
What are you saying? Or like, what's with the human rights record? Yes, but he's not responsible for that. Does that mean he should not honor a business? Okay, if you see an opportunity to advertise for Saudi Arabia, will you not do it? You come and say it's because of some human rights problems or the history of human rights problems that they had. What they're trying to do, they're trying to get in the good side of the world, actually. They're trying to turn Saudi Arabia into a tourist attraction country, center, state, whatever you want to call it, to make people come to know them more, to kind of be more friendly to people, just like Dubai. Calling Mr. Beast, partnering with Mr. Beast was very intentional. It was a planned work. They didn't just do it by accident. The point is to stop being regarded as the country that has a history with violating human rights and fundamental rights. You get the point.
As a PR tool. The backlash was immediate, and it hit differently than his other ventures because this wasn't about food quality or a buggy app. It was about a brand built entirely on doing good trading that image for a paycheck. And around the same time, he launched his AI thumbnail generation tool.
There's a new way to make professional-looking viral...
Okay, that's crazy. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. My VPN is messing up a little bit. I think we're in good hands on Twitch, but on YouTube, well, not really in good hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. I don't think he scammed his fans the way this guy unfiltered influence is portraying him. I think he did his part in his creative work. He's not responsible for most of the things that happened. But at the same time, best for his fans and his community, but unfortunately it backfires sometimes because of the people he has placed around him. Great video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think he scammed his fans truly like this guy portrays, or do you think he did not, or he's not aware of it? My opinion, I think he's not aware of it anyway. Moving on. Yes, I think we have an interesting
This
video
video
to
is
watch.
made possible by Shopify.
Finn, one of the greatest documentary channels on YouTube. Let's go. Why Africa hates McDonald's. Yeah, we do.
This video is made possible by Shopify. McDonald's is the most
No,
successful
we're gonna start
restaurant
afresh again. I messed up again. Why do I keep messing up like this? I mean, yeah, I get it. We hate McDonald's, but not like this. Okay, let's start it properly. I need to start it properly so that it doesn't mess up again when I'm editing it. Because there's a lot of work editing it when I just have my face showing and all of that. You get my point? Are you guys ready? Why Africa hates McDonald's.
This video is made possible by Shopify. McDonald's is the most successful restaurant on the planet. By a long shot. It's got the highest revenue. It's the most recognizable brand. There are over 40,000 restaurants worldwide, and the company plans to expand even more. You can eat fries under the northern lights, cool off with a McFlurry in the Negev desert, or grab a Big Mac on Guantanamo Bay. Even just a few steps from the Vatican.
I think like McDonald's doesn't need adverts anymore to like sell because they are too popular now that even if they don't know you, you just open a McDonald's franchise without an ad, you're gonna be very, very successful in your business because everybody knows McDonald's. It's almost like Coca-Cola now. Everybody knows it's also not bad for the health, but they still eat it, including me. So don't think I'm trying to play the righteous one here. I love McDonald's. I eat it a lot.
And there's a McDonald's, though some of the Cardinals find it perverse. McDonald's is everywhere, or at least almost everywhere. What happened to McDonald's in Africa? Why are the Golden M's so rare across a continent that's home to almost 1/5 of the world's population? It's not like American fast food hasn't found its way into Africa. KFC is here, Pizza Hut is here, even Burger King made it. So why didn't McDonald's?
Burger King is an American fast food company. I didn't know that. Even Pizza Hut. Really?
This is the story of a company built on rigid standardization, of global ambition colliding with local realities, of politics and corrupt dictator families, of frustrated customers waiting for fries, and the search for the perfect potato.
And I make a video for you guys to see how it looks like.
I still don't understand how McDonald's are able to have fries and chicken abundant for every single day. How?
McDonald's got off to a promising start in Africa. In 1992, it opened its first location in Morocco.
Really? I thought they'd never been there before. I didn't know they've already been in Morocco before. So what's the... Oh, okay. The only way they found out that Africa hates them is by experiencing life in Africa. So it now makes sense. I thought they've never been there before. So now it makes sense that they've been there.
Then the so-called burger wars were basically over. An intense race for market share in the $48 billion burger industry. A war waged mostly in competitive, aggressive advertising campaigns. The key players were McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's. But by the time that fight went global, one of the three had clearly pulled ahead. During the mid-90s, McDonald's was operating in 100 countries. It claimed to open a restaurant somewhere in the world every 3 hours.
It's crazy. Opening a restaurant somewhere in the world every 3 hours is crazy work.
One of the purest symbols of globalization, with McDonald's leading the way. And Africa was the next logical step in the race for global dominance. So the Big M eventually came to Morocco too. At the time, a full meal at McDonald's cost about 50
I like the way he calls it, the Big M.
dirham, or $6.25. The minimum wage in Morocco was about 75 cents per hour, but people showed up anyway. McDonald's was something Moroccans only knew from movies. It was exciting to finally get a taste. The location...
I am one of those people. I'm not even Moroccan, okay? Before I moved to Russia, okay, I only knew and saw McDonald's in movies. And that's it.
Added to it, you could sit just steps away from the beach. Today, there are many more in Morocco. One of them is here in Marrakesh. We asked Ismail to check it out for us.
Hello guys, my name is Ismail. I'm from Morocco, exactly Marrakesh, and today we come here at McDonald's to see how it looks like. McDonald's in Morocco, not just place for...
This guy's English is so good. What language do they speak in Morocco? I thought they speak French and Arabic, right? I didn't know we could learn and speak so... I mean, you could learn English and speak so good, but yeah. Congratulations to him that he's able to speak very well.
Eating in fast food, but also for
Ronaldinho.
family. Sometimes you find people come here and studying here. Let's go now inside to see how it looks like. So, how you can see, McDonald's should have the typical design, and she is very, very clean. For the menu also is 100% halal.
McDonald's adapted its menu to Moroccan customs, serving exclusively halal meat and a traditional post-fast menu during Ramadan.
Halal meat? Are you serious? That's very cool. I didn't know they would honor a country like that. I thought they would just keep their menu regardless, or it doesn't matter if they're in an Arabic country that doesn't eat pork meat and all of those things. It's very impressive that they paid attention. Probably that's the price they had to pay to be accepted into the country.
McDonald's success is often credited to this exact balance: standardized products adapted to local tastes, a strategy known as glocalization. The chain was also celebrated as a job creator, particularly for young people at a time when youth unemployment was very high. Beyond just the restaurants, McDonald's created jobs across the supply chain. So, after finding success in Morocco, McDonald's branched out to other African countries. In the mid-1990s, South Africa was undergoing a historic...
What's up with the other African countries? Why McDonald's failed in Africa? These countries you are mentioning are not really the if you wanna feel what Africa truly feels like and looks like. Morocco is not where you go. South Africa is not where you go. Okay, yeah, we get it with the apartheid and all of that. The fight between black people and white people in history. Nelson Mandela as the popular figure and all of those things. May he so rest in peace. But that's not really Africa. When you say Africa, I want to see Nigeria. I want to see Congo. I want to see Botswana. I want to see Kenya. I want to see Senegal. This is real Africa, not what you are showing us right now.
transition. Not long before, the apartheid laws had been abolished and the country was starting fresh. McDonald's seized the moment and opened its first restaurant in Johannesburg in 1995. It was the first McDonald's south of the Sahara. But the real breakthrough came in 2011 when McDonald's sold its South African franchise rights to Cyril Ramaphosa, a former businessman and future president of the country. He scaled the business significantly. By 2025, the country had over 400 McDonald's restaurants. Chances are you have the same entrepreneurial instinct as Cyril Ramaphosa. And if you've ever thought about turning your idea into a business, Shopify can help you. With Shopify, you can
Thank you,
build and run your
Shopify,
entire...
but you're not
With
sponsoring me.
Shopify, we were able to create a professional workflow. We really finessed our store that way, including technical issues and analyzing Mauritius, but that's it. All four are among Africa's wealth. And this QR code to try Shopify for free today. McDonald's also managed to expand to Egypt and Mauritius, but that's it.
What do you mean Egypt and Mauritius? You should just say Arabic people in Africa. Don't say Africans because this doesn't really mean Africans.
Are among Africa's wealthier countries. So it makes sense McDonald's found footing there. But they're hardly the only places on the continent with expanding middle classes and
By the way, if you're wondering why I'm saying these are Arabic people in Africa, why I'm not trying to claim them, is because they have been actively denying that they are not Africans. They call themselves Arabic. The last time Morocco was in the World Cup doing very well, Africa was supporting them and was behind them, and they came out and said, yo, we're not playing for Africa, we're playing for ourselves, we're playing for Morocco, right? They don't participate in the things of Africa as Africa. They participate as Arabic people, and we're not going to claim people that don't want to be a part of us. You get my point?
populations with disposable income. KFC, a far less wealthy chain than McDonald's, has managed to gain footing in more than 25 African countries. So why is McDonald's in only 4? The answer has 3 components. Number 1, corruption. Back in the 90s, McDonald's tried to enter Tunisia. The company...
Oh, again, you're pissing me off with this Tunisia, Egypt, Mauritius, South Africa, Morocco, bro. When will you get to the real Africa?
He spent 7 years preparing. It did lengthy market research, obtained licenses,
Yeah, I'm in
established
Russia,
product
by the
supply
way.
chains, and found a local franchising partner. But eventually, the deal collapsed. It had been blocked by Tunisia's ruling family, the Al Materis. They wanted the franchise for themselves. They even warned McDonald's, choose the right partner or face the consequences. McDonald's refused and decided to back out completely. Years pass, but in 2009 there's another opportunity. A US ambassador and his wife have been invited to the home of Nesrine Al Materi, daughter of the Tunisian president. Her husband Sakr Al Materi is poised to become Tunisia's next ruler. They meet in this impressive beachfront mansion featuring Roman columns, an infinity pool, and a pet tiger called Pasha. They enjoy a lavish banquet, while the country is facing bankruptcy and staggering unemployment. The ambassador has struggled to get press coverage for his embassy's humanitarian projects, and the Al Materis agree to help. After all, their family owns some newspapers. In return, they would happily assist McDonald's in entering Tunisia. Maybe they could start at a new port in La Joulette. But it won't come to that.
I think for the people to be complaining about McDonald's entering their country, it's probably because they consider McDonald's as a very luxurious restaurant. Because I don't think it's a luxurious restaurant. It's a very affordable restaurant that everybody has access to. It's a win-win. Yes, it's a good business and good profitable business for the owners, but at the same time, for the people at large, it's also very good because you guys are going to have access to fast food that is very fast, just like in the name. So I'm a bit confused where the corruption and the protests actually originated from and why it's even happening in the first place.
In December 2010, a young street vendor sets himself on fire in an act of protest. In response, people hit the streets, demand change, and eventually revolution sweeps across the country. Tunisia's president is ousted from power during the Arab Spring. The Al Matari family flees into exile. Years of political instability follow, and the economy never truly recovers. To this day, McDonald's hasn't opened a single restaurant there.
This can be because of McDonald's. Why did you drag McDonald's into the problem and the corruption of a full country?
But in many cases, the absence of McDonald's in African countries isn't explained by corruption or political instability. Instead, it comes down to something rather unexpected. 2. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Whether you eat a burger in Germany, Japan, or the US, McDonald's wants their product to be the same experience wherever you order it.
Well,
Reliability is a core aspect of the brand.
and that's why they are successful. That's exactly why they are successful. They are successful because they maintain the same taste everywhere in the world.
McDonald's relies on strict food safety standards and protocols. These cover everything from food sourcing, packaging, and distribution all the way to how restaurants are run. There are hygiene rules in every step of production. Ingredients have exact specifications, and recipes are standardized down to the finest measurements. And potatoes are at the heart of one of their most important products. This is a russet Burbank. It's McDonald's favorite potato for its fries. The fast food giant also relies on varieties such as Shepherdie, Innovator, and Zorba. These potatoes are specifically approved for use.
Somebody needs to answer me. How is it that potatoes are available all year round? Because McDonald's has potatoes and chickens all year round. How are they grown? How are they harvested every time of the year? In winter, in autumn, in summer, potatoes are always available. How? Can somebody tell me?
Are mainly grown in the US, Canada, and Europe. McDonald's is very specific about how they're to be cultivated. Farmers in the supply chain have to follow strict rules to make sure the quality stays consistent. Because after all, the fries are supposed to taste the same everywhere. Their standards define desired potato length and thickness. The fries need to be crispy and golden on the outside and fluffy on the inside. McDonald's tries to source their potatoes locally. In Germany, for example, most potatoes come from German farms with additional supplies from neighboring countries. But in Africa, generally speaking, the exact potato varieties McDonald's prefers are not cultivated at scale. So it might have to ship potatoes over long distances. And that can pose a whole series of risks. It's 2022 in Kenya. KFC
just when I was going to get excited that McDonald's came to Kenya, then KFC just appeared.
It's very popular here. The potatoes are shipped in from Egypt, but it's COVID and container ships get stuck. And so the chain runs out of fries.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, an American fast food.
Finally, they ran out of fries. So I'm actually not stupid, because I was wondering, how is it possible? Is that why they don't sell in the real African countries? Because of the absence of fries. Maybe. I just don't know, but maybe.
Restaurant chain announced that it's run out of potatoes, fries.
But KFC refuses to use local potatoes to bridge the gap. And that gets people very upset.
According to KFC, these potatoes, these beautiful African potatoes, these beautiful Kenyan potatoes are not considered as potatoes to KFC.
Potatoes are the second most popular staple in Kenya.
By the way, they are the sweetest potatoes, actually.
After maize. The country is the 5th largest potato
And they are not considered fit for KFC.
producer in Africa.
I don't get it. What happened to the potatoes that they are growing in Kenya? They are not good enough for the Kenyan people to eat your
But the issue isn't really the quality of Kenyan potatoes. Just like McDonald's, KFC relies on a specific potato type that turns crispy on the outside and stays soft on the inside when fried. The potato grown by most Kenyan farmers is called shengi, and it doesn't meet these strict requirements. A little off topic, but Burger King actually benefited from KFC's misery by running an ad campaign that mocked its rivals' woes. Now, we don't know if McDonald's executives are aware of the Kenya KFC fry crisis of 2022, but chances are they studied it closely and drew their own conclusions. And McDonald's supply chain...
They drew their conclusions because it's not Morocco, it's not Egypt, it's not South Africa, it's not Tunisia, it's Kenya, so they don't care that much.
Challenges in Africa go beyond potatoes. They have all to do with the equator. To understand what we mean by that, let's take a look at Nigeria.
Biggest country in the world by black people, actually.
The country has a population of more than 230 million people and is one of the largest...
230 million is an exaggeration. I don't think that's true. I don't think Nigeria is up to 230 million people.
...just economies on the continent. On paper, it looks exactly like the kind of market a global fast food giant would want to enter. And in fact, Nigeria has KFC, Domino's, and Burger King. But once again, McDonald's is missing. Likely because while it's economically developed, it's also the ultimate end boss for a reliable cold chain. A cold chain is basically a temperature-controlled supply chain. Its task is to keep products cool the whole time while they're being stored and transported. And depending on the ingredient, the cold chain has to remain uninterrupted to guarantee McDonald's quality and food safety standards. Products like meat have to stay within strict temperature range.
So you're trying to say McDonald's is not in Africa because of the storage inability to preserve the ingredients that they used to make the chicken and the fries, bro. Really, you're calling us broke without calling us broke, bro? We have freezers, we have fridges. Regardless of the sun, we still have things that we can do to solve this problem. This is a very solvable problem. It's not impossible.
Changes the entire time. To make that possible, temperatures inside trucks and storage facilities are continuously monitored, and logistics teams receive real-time updates if something goes wrong. But in Nigeria, everything can go wrong all the time.
What do you mean? Everything can go wrong all the time, Versify? Are you not? Why are you attacking my country even without being there? What's the everything can go? I mean, he's right. I'm not gonna lie, he's right. Everything, everything can scatter anytime in Nigeria.
In the major city Lagos, power cuts are frequent. At the same
Lagos, not Lagos. Stop this bullshit.
time, the average temperature is around 34 degrees Celsius. So when power goes out, frozen burger patties thaw with...
Yeah, this is the main problem. When power goes out, not the storage capacity, but the power capabilities.
In just a few hours, that can quickly become a health risk. Nigeria is also enormous.
I agree, it is. Power is a big problem in Nigeria, electricity.
Twice the size of Spain. Transporting products can involve crossing all kinds of terrain. Rivers, dense forests, and sometimes even savannas. Droughts and floods make transport even more difficult. Many roads are in poor condition and full of potholes. All of this makes it incredibly hard to stay within certain...
Unfortunately, he is not wrong.
...transportation timeframes and guarantee ingredients stay cold. Still, it's likely just a matter of time before McDonald's overcomes these hurdles and conquers Nigeria. The country has already transformed rapidly in recent years. Its growth potential is enormous, and the Big M shan't miss out. But for now, instead of chasing the big gold, as one executive put it, McDonald's may target smaller countries first, where supply chains are more easily secured. But, you might wonder, if the whole supply chain is so difficult, Africa being this whole final fast food frontier, etc., etc., why did KFC manage to establish itself...
Great question. Why did KFC, Burger King, and Dodo Pizza continue to succeed in Africa if they are fast food companies that would have had similar problems or the same problems that you have as a McDonald's company? Why? What is the reason behind their success that you can't adopt?
All across Africa then? Excellent question. 3. Crispy chicken. First, KFC has adapted its menu in African countries to local tastes. For example, KFC Ghana serves jollof rice, a popular West African rice dish cooked in a tomato sauce. But
So good, by the way. If you haven't tried it, go try that now. It's so very good.
likely the reason for KFC's success is mostly the focus on chicken. In 2024, chicken was the
Black people love chicken. It's not just about being Africans. If you're a black person and you don't love chicken, you're not black, you're white.
most consumed meat in Africa. Compared to beef, it's cheaper and more accessible. Chicken also has shorter production cycles, higher feed efficiency, and lower overall production costs. KFC benefits from all that. And in Africa, the overwhelming majority of its chicken is locally sourced. That means shorter supply lines, fewer imports, and less costs. McDonald's is aware of these advantages. As beef prices rise in the US, for example, the chain is increasingly moving toward chicken-based options as well. But we were unable to find out to which degree a chicken-heavy menu might be part of McDonald's expansion plans into more African countries. It would make sense. We've established that McDonald's is historically brilliant at globalization. And perhaps it's that globalization that makes McDonald's feel so inevitable. It's not for nothing that its hero item is used as a type of economic index. And this inevitability ties into this vague feeling that as places grow richer, they converge towards the same set of brands and aesthetics, just slightly tweaked to local taste. Like, of course, there's a McDonald's in Venice, just as there will be matcha lattes and mayonnaise-leaning sushi. For now, it feels like much of Africa is proof that even one of the world's most powerful brands can't just expand everywhere. But for how long? Because one thing is clear. McDonald's will keep trying. And as Hemingway put it, change happens slowly and then all at once. Like it or not.
I think sooner or later they're going to have this problem solved because it's a very solvable problem. If KFC is already succeeding, Burger King is already succeeding in Africa, and Pizza Hut, Domino's Pizza, they're all succeeding in Africa with all the problems that McDonald's have been complaining about, then McDonald's also have the ability to succeed in Africa. And I believe they're going to get there sooner or later, except they don't want to, and except they don't stop this, except they continue with this part of Africa is Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco. No, that's not real Africa. We're talking about real Africa. We're talking about Ghana. We're talking about Nigeria. We're talking about Senegal, Mali. Those are the real Africans. Take notes, McDonald's. Great video, interesting video by Fesify. Thank you guys for watching that. Subscribe if you would like. I would like. You don't have to like. You can just subscribe. Does anybody have an idea on how I can solve this problem of my chat showing on my screen? Because I've done literally everything I want to do. I've asked questions, but everything they tell me to do, I do it. But for some reason, I still have the same problem. I'm trying to think out of the box. I'm trying to use ChatGPT, to just not think about it alone and think and try to solve this problem alone. I've been very humble enough to ask for help. But apparently it looks like my help or my helper has chosen to not help me. So what do you guys advise me to do? What do you think I can do to fix this problem? So because I want to be able to see the chats on screen, I want to be able to read it while we're streaming, so let's probably watch one more video and then we'll see what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Which one seems more charismatic?
Chill. Let me just confirm if my platforms are still working properly. Okay. The science behind masculine charisma.
More charismatic. Matthew McConaughey, of course. Now they're both leaning away, but Ed Sheeran keeps his shoulders raised while Matthew keeps his shoulders relaxed, making us perceive him as more charismatic. According to the public speaker Olivia Fox-Cabane, charisma isn't something you're just born with, but a skill you can actually learn once you understand its 3 core components. Number 1, presence. Books and studies agree that you should focus on the other person during interactions. Good advice, but incomplete.
I think charisma has a lot to do with being available, living in the moment and being very confident and giving people complete attention when they're having a conversation with you. The eye contact, I'm still struggling with it, but most people are good at it. Okay, having eye contact, having your presence here, your ears here, your body language here when you are talking to somebody, it just shows you that you're a very, very charismatic person. It doesn't just show only you, but it shows people that you are a charismatic person.
Because if you don't socially calibrate yourself, you can actually seem creepy. Here's an example.
That's a tremendous outfit. You can only wear that if you have lovely, well-shaped, muscular, lengthy, lovely legs. And what is that?
Wait, what's with the lovely lengthy leg, bro? Like, if I was this lady, I would become so uncomfortable. I mean, I can tell that she's probably uncomfortable as much as he's trying to make it funny, but that's very creepy. What's with the? Wait, let me take it back a little. What's with the?
And what is that? Is that like...
What did he do wrong? He started the interaction with a compliment that targeted the below-the-waist area. He entered her personal space before building any comfort with her, and he stuttered while talking, which made the comments even creepier. Now, you may argue...
And the way he was leaning forward, his head looking down, it felt like he was not even paying attention to the person on the face, but Alex...
that his failure is related to his bad looks. But let's see how Craig Ferguson, a man with similar looks and similar occupation, handles a similar situation in a more charismatic way.
Nah, this is too much, Yeah, I get the body language, the relaxed body language, but it's already too much,
Normally I can speak, but... Not today. Having a bit of a hard time this evening. Don't know what it is. It's kind of hot in this studio.
Now, he also stuttered a bit, but he didn't invade her personal space, and he used an indirect sexual compliment. Now, Craig Ferguson isn't just...
I actually think this has nothing to do with being a lady, but also being a man as well. If you're talking to somebody and you're not giving them an opportunity to feel comfortable around you, it's going to get creepy because you will not be able to listen to people. You want to be able to let them express themselves at least from 1 meter or 2 meters away with eye contact, with body language. You don't have to just come and stand on their face, lean forward, especially when you're talking to a shorter person if you're tall, you know what I mean? Or you're touching somebody in a very creepy way if you are trying to talk to these people. So it's always better most of the times to just chill, stay laid back, have your conversation, be a good listener, and just flow.
A master at flirting, he's a master at making women want to flirt back with him. As a recurring pattern, he doesn't just flood a woman with attention, but also takes some distance from time to time.
I attempt to surf.
Do you wear a little outfit for surfing?
I happen to be wearing it under my dress right now.
Really?
Yeah, do you want to see it?
Yeah.
What's up with the flirting on live television like this? Is it allowed? Is that a normal thing?
In psychology, this is called the commodity theory. Basically, the more attention you give, the less valuable it feels. The harder your attention is to get, the more valuable it becomes.
Yes, scarcity increases demand. It's the law of economics. The more you make yourself scarce, the more valuable you become. And the more you make yourself available, the less valuable you become. It's a common sense, but at the same time, most people don't think about it or remember it as a common knowledge.
Number 2, power. Do you know what most of the top 20 law firms in America have in common? They have been trained by a communication team called Johnson & Hunter Inc. And we can actually steal some of their secrets. Let's start with the body movements. You can't hear a word of what he's saying, but you can subconsciously tell that he's
He's literally dancing and talking at the same time.
not powerful and confident. When we're nervous, we tend to move more without realizing it. But when we feel confident, we naturally become more still. Now, the good part is that other people can't know how we truly feel inside. They only guess our emotions. So even if you're not confident, you'll seem more confident by just remaining more still. And it's the same way with gesticulation. Here's an example of how you should not gesture.
These gestures are small and fast and jerky.
And now here's an example of how you should gesture.
As a person who's comfortable.
I think confidence has a lot to do with being not sluggish, but being slow. Living slowly it can be a masculine energy, especially in times like this in 2026 where everything is quick and fast. If you talk slowly, deep voice, eye contact, laid back body language, that is considered charismatic and it shows more confidence. It's not because you can't talk faster, okay? But because you want to pause in between words so that people would actually have the time to think about the things that you are saying that they are receiving as a conversation. As the things you're saying.
Not someone who's nervous.
Of course, powerful orators tend to also speak a bit slower, making them feel calmer and more in control of the situation. But I know what you might say. It would be easier to seem confident if you could actually get rid of your nervousness. But for that, we have to step back from the attorney training and take a quick look into medicine. You see, when we become nervous, our bodies activate something called the fight or flight response. That's why we fidget more, get voice cracks, and feel our throats drying up. But in our body, there's a component.
I think when we become nervous, that's when you hear us doing things like ha. Like when we are talking in between conversations. All right, I am a victim of this. I don't want to call myself a victim. I'm a victory, but yeah, I'm very. How do I say it? I do this a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I have been trying to improve it every video because sometimes I find it very awkward to pause in between words, like now, and then I continue talking because I'm always thinking time is going because I have been positioned in my brain and my brain has been TikTokified that everything has to move fast. My talks, my words, everything literally has to go at a pace where it will make somebody not click off, okay? But I don't care. You can click off if you don't find it interesting. But I find it interesting. And I'm trying to show you through confidence. You get my point, ladies and gentlemen. You get my point, yes.
It's called the vagus nerve. Think of him like the anti-fight or flight guy. Activating him slows down your heartbeat and calms yourself down. So throughout the decades, the medical world came up with some quick tricks that can increase his activity. A. The Valsalva maneuver. Basically, trying to breathe out while keeping your mouth and nose closed. But that only works when you're alone. If you're on a date, I've got a different method for you. B. Prolonged exhales. Apparently, trying to breathe slower with a longer exhale than inhales can also calm you down. Number 3. Warm. Philip Chesterfield.
By the way, this is very true because I'm an athlete. It's very good to breathe slower, breathe in and then breathe out. It helps you calm down. Even if it protects you from heart attacks, it protects you from fainting, it protects you from so many things actually. Just not just as an athlete, but as a normal human being that finds themselves in a stressful situation most of the time.
was only 13 when his mother died. His father, although not completely absent, sent him to grow up at his grandmother's house. The best blessings he could have received, because his grandmother, Marchioness of Halifax, hosted meetings with some of the most important politicians and social figures of that time. So Chesterfield spent his entire childhood listening and learning how to maneuver social dynamics. For him, the rules of charm were simple. To be liked by women, you must be esteemed by men, and to please men, you must be agreeable to women. Now, in the years he spent learning, he discovered
That's
that
a very interesting way to look at things.
women respond best to compliments, but a gentleman should not limit himself with mediocre compliments. In his writings, he said that you should seek to praise someone's particular merit, their predominant passion, or their prevailing weakness. In a few short years, Philip Chesterfield became Lord Chesterfield and one of the most loved courtiers in all of the United Kingdom. Here are some examples of his compliments. For particular merit, if she says something like, "Red is..."
I think the thing about being charismatic is that it's not limited to gender, okay? And it's not limited to age as well. If you are charismatic, kids are going to see it. Men and women are going to see it. Boys and girls are going to see it. Older people are going to see it. You're not going to struggle to express it or to show it to people. They feel the energy. You get the point? They feel the energy the moment you arrive somewhere, the moment you are present. They kind of feel it in the atmosphere. Somebody very charismatic is here, and they would want to associate with you. And that's one of the biggest characteristics of being charismatic. They don't even have to make an effort to make you see them like that. You just feel it between them because of their presence.
My favorite color. You can respond with, "Yeah, I can tell by how you matched your red shirt with the shoes. Very beautiful, by the way." For predominant passion, you can say, "You know, you can be pretty interesting sometimes." And for prevailing weakness, if she wears braces, you can say, "You have a beautiful smile, by the way." Here's a few more examples from my school community. If you're a guy...
By the way, not everybody that wears braces has a beautiful smile, but at the same time, not everybody that wears braces has a bad smile.
struggling to build attraction and falling into the friend zone, click the link in the description and try the community for 7 days for free. But as Dr. Albert Morabian found in 1967, only 7% of communication is verbal. The rest comes from tone and body language.
Facts. This is very, very true. I know it. I just forget about it sometimes. Most of the best conversations that has been had is not just the content of the conversation, but the body language, the voice tone at which you say most of the things that you say says a lot about how people will respond to the things that you said, how they will receive this information. It's a very small percentage of the content that is received properly, but how you say it.
The book Cues, the communication expert Vanessa Van Edwards revealed the most important warmth cues. By the way, these are the same cues a girl will do if she likes you. If you want to find even more, check out this video.
What do you guys think? I think charisma is one of the greatest attributes that anybody can have, and it's not limited to danger. It's not limited to gender, like I said before, but great video. Let me know what you guys think. Be charismatic, bro. And it doesn't have anything to do with being masculine or not. Anybody can be charismatic. One guy is texting me on my chat. I wish you guys could see it. He's telling me I'm currently hallucinating due to hunger. Bro, I don't have 2K to send to you. He's like, send me 2K, bro. Bro, 2K from where? I don't have 2K to send to you. Sorry, bruv. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Well, maybe you should ask someone else, bro. Somebody probably have, and they can give you. But I don't have to give. I don't have 2K to give you, bro. And I hope you. How are you hallucinating and you're able to see me on stream? Do you know what hallucination means? If you are hallucinating, you will not be able to see me. You will not be able to use your phone. How would you know where Twitch or YouTube is to even click on it, to even join a stream? If you want to be a beggar, beg well. Stop going through this mysterious, uninteresting format. It doesn't work. Okay? Come straight, be direct, and say, "Give me money. Let me buy bread." What's with the I'm hallucinating, bro? I got an eye drop on my eye 2 days ago, and I felt like I was hallucinating because I was looking at everything and everything was blurry in my eyes, and that was real. Except that I didn't beg anybody for 2K. Oh God. Yeah, currently, I hope your hallucination will be in the past very soon. But I anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching my stream today. I'm gonna try and fix the chat problems, and I'm hoping that I'll see you guys in the next stream. Do not lose me, I will not lose you. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel. Follow me if you have not followed me on Twitch. I'm gonna chop up the videos and post some of the things you would miss or you missed on stream. Don't worry, it will be on the channel very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys not soon, not later, but in the next stream. Before you go, who are you? Why would I give you a follow? Can I have a follow? What would my follow do to you? Will my follow give you money? Will my following you pay your bills? What will following you do? Give me 10 reasons why I should follow you. If following you can bless you, then I would gladly follow you, my friend. Except that you're not my friend. Bye. See you.